Chapter 8, Air and Water. We will explore air, characteristics of air, water, drinking water, composition of air pollution, impurities in water. Air. Air is all around us. Human and animal life would not be possible without air. They cannot live without water also for more than a few days. All living things need air to breathe. The thick blanket of air that surrounds our planet is called the atmosphere. The atmosphere is divided into various layers. Layers of atmosphere. The atmosphere is divided into 5 layers: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. Troposphere. The layer of the atmosphere in which we live is called the troposphere. This is the first layer above the Earth's surface. Changes in the weather occurs in this layer. Stratosphere. This is the second layer. Many jets aircrafts fly in this layer. Ozone gas is present in this layer. Ozone absorbs harmful ultraviolet rays from the sun. These rays can cause skin cancer. Mesosphere. This is the third layer. Meteorites or the small rocks moving about in space burn out in this layer and therefore do not reach the surface of the earth. Thermosphere. This is the fourth layer. Space shuttles move about in this layer. Did you know? Air has no smell and color. It usually has a weight, mass, and pressure. Exosphere. This is the fifth layer of the atmosphere. Composition of air. Air is a mixture of many gases. It consists about 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, 0.9% argon, and 0.03% carbon dioxide. The remaining 0.07% is mixture of hydrogen, water vapor, ozone, neon, helium, krypton, xenon, and radon. We breathe oxygen to stay alive. Plants use carbon dioxide to prepare their fruit. Oxygen, nitrogen, argon, neon, krypton, xenon are used in making many industrial products. Nitrogen is used for making fertilizers. Argon is used in bulbs. Neon is used for lighting and in television tubes. Air has weight. Do the activity. Hang a stick from its center by a piece of string so that it balances properly. Take 2 balloons of same size, blow one of them. Tie the balloons to either end of the stick. What do you observe? Which balloon is heavier? The air-filled balloon is heavier. So, we can say air has weight. Air occupies space. Do the activity. Blow up a balloon. What is in it? It has air in it. We say air occupies space. Similarly, footballs and tires are filled with air. What about an empty glass? It is really empty? No, it is filled with air. Air exerts pressure. We know that air has weight. It exerts pressure upon everything on earth. Do the activity. Take an umbrella and unfurl it. Move the umbrella upwards and downwards. What do you feel? You can feel the pressure of the air on the umbrella in both directions. When you move the umbrella upwards, the air exerts pressure on the umbrella in the downward directions. When you move the umbrella downward, the air exerts pressure on the umbrella in the upward direction. Air supports burning. Do the activity. Ask an adult to light a candle and cover it with a glass. What happens? The candle will go out after a few seconds. Oxygen in the air supports burning. Once the oxygen in the gas is used up, the candle goes out. Air pollution. Addition of harmful substances to the air results in air pollution. Most of the air pollution comes from burning of fuels such as natural gas, coal, petroleum, and kerosene. Industrial process and vehicles also throw out smoke which contains many harmful gases. Air pollution causes breathing problems. It also harms plant and animal. Air pollution causes a rise in temperature. Water. Like air, water is also essential for living things to stay alive. 2/3 of human body is made up of water. Water plays a vital role in functioning of the body. About 71% of the earth's surface is covered with water. It is found in rivers, lakes, oceans, ponds, and even in the ground. Water is solvent. Water can dissolve many things. Do the activity. Take some water in a glass, add 2 spoonfuls of sugar in it, stir the water. What happens? The sugar you added to the water dissolves. Repeat this process with sand. Sand does not dissolve. This process with sand, substances that dissolve in water are called solutes, and the liquid like water is called solvent. many substances dissolve in water, we can say these substances are soluble in water. Some substances like sand do not dissolve in water, we say they are insoluble in water. Impurities in water. As the rainwater flows over rocks and soil, it picks up many impurities. Some of them, like salts, minerals, and chemicals, dissolve in it. These impurities are called soluble impurities. Some impurities, like mud, sand, and stone, cannot dissolve in water. They are called insoluble impurities. Do you know? Impure water contains many diseases causing germs like those of cholera, jaundice, and dysentery. Removing insoluble impurities. We can remove insoluble impurities by sedimentation, decantation, and filtration. Sedimentation and decantation. Do the activity. Take a mixture of a soil and water in a beaker, stir it well with a glass rod. Allow the mixture of a sand for a few minutes. The heavier soil particles will settle down at the bottom of the beaker. This is sedimentation. Now carefully drain the clean water into another beaker. This is called decantation. Filtration. Do the activity. Take a filter paper, fold it to make a cone out of it. Fit it inside a funnel. Place the funnel over the mouth of a conical flask. Mix some sand in a glass of water. Pour the sandy water in the funnel. What do you find? The water collected in the flask is clear. The sand particles are left behind on the filter paper. This process of separating insoluble impurities from water is called filtration. A filter paper has a very tiny holes in it. Through these holes, water can pass, but small particles cannot pass through them. We can also use a piece of cotton cloth as a filter. We can filter sand or muddy water through it. Removal of soluble impurities. Soluble impurities may be removed from water by evaporation and distillation. Do the activity. Take some water in a beaker and dissolve 2 teaspoonfuls of salt in it. Take some of this salt solution in a dish and heat it. You will see that water evaporates, leaving behind the salt in a dish. The process of changing of water or a liquid to vapor by heating is called evaporation. Distillation is a method which separates impurities from water. In distillation, impure water is heated till it starts boiling. On boiling, the water vapors and the impurities remain behind. The water vapor enters the condenser, which is kept cool by the cold water circulating around it. On entering the cool condenser, the hot steam or water vapor changes into water again. It collects in the flask below. Distilled water is the purest form of water. It does not contain any impurities or germs. The impurities that were dissolved in the water are left behind in the heating flask. It is used in laboratories and medicines. Drinking water. The tap water we use at home takes a long journey before it reaches our home. At the water works, water is purified to make it safe for drinking. The following process is used to clean the water at the water works. 1. Sedimentation. First, water is left to stand in a large tank so that the particles of sand and mud settle down. Second, filtration. The sedimented water passes through sand beds which filter out small particles. Third, chlorinization. Third, chlorination. Through the filtered water, chlorine gas is bubbled. This kills germs. Now the water is clean and it is pumped to homes. Word bank. Atmosphere, the blanket of air surrounding the earth. Solvent, the substance in which a solute is dissolved. Distillation, purification of a liquid by changing it into a vapor by heating and then condensing it into a pure liquid by cooling. Chlorination, method of disinfecting water with a small amount of chlorine gas. Air pollution, addition of harmful substance in the air.